Have you ever been in a Paris brasserie or in a fish market and wondered where these oysters actually come from? Aujourd'hui, in today's video, we're gonna find out where these oysters actually come from. Allons-y!
And now nous sommes sur les parcs à huîtres. We're on the oyster farms. Allons explorer ça. Let's go discover that.
Excellent!
Look at the size.
Jamais goûté un truc comme ça.
Best oyster in the world.
But right before we go to the oyster parks, I'm still in Paris. I'm Gabrielle and I usually talk about Paris stories and hidden gems. Today's video est un peu spécial. It's a bit special because I'm working with la famille Boutret to talk about Ostra regal, the oysters. So we're gonna discover all about that today.
I'm checking the time. It's already time to go. So, allons-y!
Just got off la gare Saint-Malo and now we're gonna check into Hôtel Les Ambassadeurs and then we're gonna go to the oyster farms. Donc, allons-y.
Wow, look at this! Quelle magnifique chambre! And now it's time for a room tour. And the first thing that I see, la première chose, c'est cette vue magnifique, this beautiful view. Let's go see it. Wow, regarde cette vue.
First thing we see, c'est l'océan on this petit balcon. And if we look across on the left, we can see une magnifique vue, a beautiful view of la ville de Saint-Malo. What a way to experience it, to sleep right en face de l'océan. C'est magnifique.
Getting ready, I'll need my camera, mon appareil photo, mon micro. The person's waiting for me downstairs, donc allons-y! Hello, ça va?
So we have our tracteur de près. Now we're gonna go into the oyster farms. J'ai trop hâte. I'm so excited, but il fait un peu frais. It's a bit cold. So we're actually gonna sit right here. And he told me like, just be careful to not fall down. And if you fall down, you scream really loud. So he knows that we fell. We're going to the oyster farms, les fermes à huîtres. Allons-y. We're on our way to les parcs à huîtres. This whole time I've been saying ferme, but it's les parcs. Et it's a little bumpy ride, mais j'ai trop hâte de découvrir. I can't wait to discover. Look, we're in a tractor is driving us. D'arriver. We just arrived. We are in our 5-star hotel.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Pretty fishy.
Pretty fishy. Where are we?
In the Bay of the Mont Saint-Michel. So Cancale is over there.
Cancale is on the left, and on the right is Mont Saint-Michel, which I've never seen in my life. So c'est la première fois. It's the first time that I can see it. It's crazy. On vient d'arriver, we just arrived. On est sur le parc à huîtres, the Oyster Park, et on peut déjà les voir dans les poches. We can see them in the pockets, straight out of the sea. Ça sort de la mer.
They start from really little babies, the ones that we've seen, and even small like this. One pouch is up to 1,000 oysters. In one pouch.
In one pouch. Wow, that's crazy. It takes 6 months for them to grow in...
To grow from like baby size like this to this size, the first year.
Okay. Wow, it's heavy.
Let's see. You want to weigh it? See? It's around 20 kilos.
Around 20 kilos.
Around 20.
Wow.
You see, when we work on the oysters, what we want to do is always to check the condition of the global pouch. You can listen to it. See if it sounds with a lot of dead ones, so you will have like open one inside, so we have to take out the shells at the beginning of the winter, so it's already been growing like this. So now you understand why we can have 1,000.
And how long does it take for an oyster to grow?
Depends on the type of oyster we want to do. Thin oyster like this one, 2 to 3 years. Special oysters, Ostra regal, is going to be 4 to 5 years.
And what's a normal one and a special one? What's the difference?
The meat percentage. So, and also the work that we are going to do.
The more meat, the more expensive, the better.
Yes, and also we can grow it because we have a special merroir. So it's like terroir for wine, but it's merroir for the oysters.
I heard this term, it's very interesting.
It is super interesting because if you have a good merroir, then you can age your oysters longer.
What is the merroir here actually?
Here, the merroir, so we are in a very big bay, as you can see, and the currents, they are coming from the east. So we have some fresh water, it's called le Quénon, it's a river, which is right in front of the Mont Saint-Michel.
Wow.
This brings a lot of fresh water into the sea, and this is where the plankton is really created. Then the current is coming over here. So here on the east part of the bay, this is the best merroir for us because we have much more plankton. Then it's going to be filtered by all these oysters, and at the end it's coming to Cancale. So the one which are in Cancale, their merroir is less dense in plankton because all these ones have eaten first.
Already been here.
Yes.
Okay. And in very simple, what is the lifespan of an oyster? So there's first the larva, right?
Yes, the larva, then it goes to this little baby like this.
Yeah.
Then it will grow, have like some kind of between number 3 and number 2, let's say. Okay.
For the size one.
So from this size, we can see.
From the baby small
the
one.
baby one, we are talking about 2 years, 2 years and a half.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yes, because you see the little baby, it was there. So this is the first year of growth. This has less than a year, it's just a few months. So then in the first year, it's going to grow like this, like a tree, you can see.
Yeah, like a
Second year, over there, so first year, second year, and this is in the third year right now.
So you can tell the age of an oyster also by looking
By
at
looking
it.
at the successive growth.
Super interesting.
It is. If there is a larva which is coming to the oyster, then they will stick on the other oysters, and now it's really hard to take them out, you see. So this is really a problem. Better with your gloves, because you see all these little shells over here.
Yeah.
Is called balan. They are filtrating the water.
Okay, so we're taking it out.
Okay, you take your side, I take my side, okay, and we want to shake it, okay, and then you just flip it like this,
Yeah, we flip it.
okay, and after you want to shake it again,
And you,
as you can, ready, and this is the goal is we want to remove all the small ones which are going on.
and so you have to do this from time to time
We
to.
have to do this every tide we go to work. So
Wow,
basically,
wait,
every week we come and we shake, not always the same one.
Yeah.
But as we have multiple different oysters, then we have to shake them. Okay, and go like that. See that I'm really moving them.
how much kilos is this?
This is a good 22, I would say.
22 kilos. So we're shaking it to get rid of all of the small shells that are attaching itself.
Yes.
And we have to do this once a week.
Once a week for all the oysters, but let's say a specific oyster in
Yeah.
its life is going to be shaken every 2 months,
Okay.
every 3 months. Also, when we are shaking them, what is happening is that we are making them more round. When you crush them together, and just reproducing what's happening here when we are shaking them, okay? They will go like this.
When we
And
shake
so
them. Ouais.
it will break the little dentelle, we call it, which is like the growth of the oysters. It's like a bonsai. If we don't shake it and if we don't crush it, it will be full, like it could grow like this, you see, it will be
Wow,
full of baby
baby
oysters, stick together, you see. So this is a big trouble because then you cannot sell this to your clients. Of course, it's impossible to eat.
Is every oyster, on peut manger chaque huître qu'on voit? Can we eat every oyster that we see?
You mean here?
Yeah, like in general. Or is there some rules?
Because you need to make sure that the water quality where the oyster is growing
Fresh and
is
everything.
extremely good. Like if you are next to a big city, that's not a good idea.
Okay.
And here,
Okay.
that's why we are 3 kilometers far away. No pollution, no nothing. So it really helps us to get some really good water quality to grow very good oysters. The water quality
It's amazing.
and also it's #1 criteria to make some good oysters.
Where are like the best oyster areas in France, like with good quality water?
Here, of course, no.
In
No,
Bretagne.
Let's say
Arcachon.
Bretagne, Cancale is really famous, of course. Then you have Marraine d'Oléron,
Yeah.
a bit more south, which is really famous. Arcachon as well. And then in the Mediterranean area,
Yeah.
it's a different way because they don't have the tides. So they have to make artificial tides.
How do they make artificial tides?
So the oysters are not in pouch like this, they are on ropes. So they stick the oysters on ropes, and then they have a cylinder on the top, which is like
Yes, I saw
making the rope go up.
Ouais.
It's like étanto,
Ouais.
as example.
But this is like the very traditional, original way.
A super traditional way, absolutely. Like really,
It's
everything
never changed in the...
done by hand. Everything is done by hand, so there is no industrial thing or we have to do. It's just the impact of the human that is going to make the good oysters. If we don't work, then we end up with like that kind of oysters you see that has really like nothing to eat, no meat or anything.
And the people who it's their jobs, ils s'appellent les ostréiculteurs, du coup.
Ostréiculteurs.
Ostréiculteurs. Most of these people, why did they choose to do this job? Why do they love this job?
I think it's a passion job. You cannot do it just
If you don't love the sea and if you don't love the...
It's really something, especially now we're getting in the winter, it's getting colder and colder. So we also have to do the tide at night. It's really some job for passionate people that really want to, do it from family many times. So it's family stories, also people who love the sea, who love to be outside.
Yeah.
Look at this beautiful boat.
Wow, this boat is beautiful. Ah yeah? Oh yeah, all the mussels, les moules. J'adore ça. Wow, it's a mussels boat, bateau à moules. So maybe for another video I can talk about mussels. Mais c'est tellement intéressant. It's crazy to see this. So if you don't do anything and if you don't shake it,
Yes,
this
you
is
don't
what
work with
happens
it.
to the oysters. Like they just grow like this in the wild and they grow together. But it's impossible to open, no?
No, it's impossible. You cannot do it.
You cannot do it.
anything
Ouais.
with it.
You have
If
to
don't
come
work-
check them, no?
Of course, always.
Always?
Yes.
Mais always c'est quoi? Every week?
Every week we come out to sea. So, and many times per week, if the tide is good, we
You
can
come to the
like,
sea and check if everything
even
is...
sometimes twice per day. The morning tide and the night tide.
Tide. Super intéressant. We can see that actually it's not only Mother Nature, but it's also like humans, how we cultivate it, how we grow it, to be able to have the oysters that we see today. It actually requires a lot of work, beaucoup de travail.
So you see, here we have an oyster which has been shaped regularly. So it's been growing steadily and also it's quite deep, okay? Because as we're going to break the shell from here, it's going to go deeper instead of going longer, okay? Now we have an oyster here which has not been shaped at all, not been worked, you see? So it's been growing really in the lens. It's really thin, so it means that there is almost no meat inside, you see? If the oyster is not worked, it's going to continue to grow only in the lens, not deep. So when it's growing in the lens, inside the meat is really very thin. And also this one, since it's not been worked, you see, it's really easy to break. Extremely thin, extremely fragile. The oyster is breaking in pieces like this. This is impossible to taste or anything like this. So that's why the impact of human work is really key to work on the oyster. And you can detect a good oyster if it's been worked regularly. You will have here very regular growth. You don't have like one
With
big
the line.
one, small ones as well. So you will see the line very regular. It's very deep as well, and it's very round. This is a perfect oyster. I will show you after a clean one.
There's another tractor, so everyone here dans le parc à huîtres, they're all taking care of the oysters, but not only getting them, cultivating them, but also checking on them, because like he was saying, we need to shake them, we need to see how they're doing, even once a day, twice a day, and then every week or every month, be able to shake them to make sure that they're growing in a perfect shape, in a good shape. Because if you don't do anything, they're going to be very fragile, very small. They're going to grow into a long oyster with little meats. But if you check up on them, if you shake them, they're going to be sure to grow in a circular way to have the most amount of meat to be able to eat the oysters that we have on our platters today.
Welcome to Cancale.
Merci.
It's a beautiful weather,
Weather.
nice sun. The
Ouais,
autumn sun.
Breton sun.
Okay, cheers.
Allez, Cheers. The question is, how do we open an oyster?
Yes, okay, without hurting your hand. That's a good question, I tell you. So, you have two options, either by the side or by the back. So, this one is a cancale oyster here. So, with the cancale, it's easy to go by the side. So, what we want to do is here, we want to go inside here and cut.
The knife is above.
The knife is above, yes. And here you can see, it's very important to look from here, because when you look from the top, I will pass my knife on the top shell here, so I'm not cutting the whole oyster. So you see, and the idea is when you open your oyster, you want to have all the oyster here, not here. Then we get rid of the first water, because it's not the good one. And what we'll do is then detach the oyster here, and then it's ready to taste.
It seems easy, but I don't think it is easy. What is the best way to eat oysters? Because some people tell me it's with vinegar, du vinaigre.
Most people have it with lemon. The traditional way here in France is to have it with the shallots and vinegar.
Shallots and vinegar.
So we have this as well, we can try.
Okay.
And something new, which has been everywhere on Instagram right now, on TikTok, is people that are taking the oyster with Red Bull.
Oh no, what?
Yes, I'm telling you, it's serious.
Social media is a little crazy sometimes.
So we have to do the whole thing. At the end, we taste with the Red Bull. You tell me which one you...
So I will first try it sans rien, without anything, because I've never had it.
Sans rien,
and so do I take out the water or?
Yes, take out the water is better. Because then you will taste just the sea. So better to take out the water.
The sea is a good taste, but it's nice to...
Excellent, but it's very salty.
Wow. Rien à voir avec son goût à Paris. It's very different than the oysters I think I've had in Paris. It's so much fresher. Et j'ai l'impression vraiment de... Yeah, it's literally straight out of the sea.
Oh yes. Also something, a good tip when you try to get your knife inside it is not only to move only the knife, but also to move your other hand, like a butterfly movement.
And is it true that everyone from Bretagne knows how to open an oyster and eats oysters well? C'est une cliché.
Shall we ask her? Open an oyster?
Sometimes yes, but...
But is it true that people in Bretagne eat them very often?
Yes, always. Oh. And I think everybody knows.
How often is always to eat it?
For us, weekly at least.
So as much as les galettes also?
Yes. Yeah. Also, galette is every Friday, that's the tradition. So you want to try this one with lemon?
Yes,
okay.
My favorite with lemon.
Just a little hint of Breton lemon, no, just kidding.
Super. Allez.
Ce bateau-là est très beau aussi.
Wow.
Pour les moules.
Excellent.
So which wins? Sans rien du tout or with the lemon?
I actually like both, but for the... I think the first one you really have the taste of the oyster.
Yes.
The lemon is amazing, but it covers the flavor. So you need to have very fresh, good oysters to have without nothing. But if you're not sure of the oyster quality,
a bit of lemon will improve everything. We had some cancale fine oysters. So you see they are growing quite fast. It's very regular as what we were saying before. Now it's easy to see when it's very clean. So first year, second year, 2.5. Okay, so 6 months here. Okay, and we have beautiful shape, but you see you still have a bit of dentelle at the end. The growth of the oyster, this is how it's growing.
This is called the dentelle.
Yes, the little part here. This is what we want to break when we shake them. And then here we have some special oysters. So we see we are going to have a drop of water shape like this. And you see it's much slower to grow. This is the first year. Then we have here the second year, third year, and fourth year.
I think with oysters, there's really the cliche about having it like extremely expensive. But a lot of people, they don't see the amount of time and work that is necessary.
Yes.
And if you look at all the work behind it, like ici, on a eu un aperçu, we just had a quick see of how much work there is. It justifies completely the price it is.
Absolutely. And also like this, you see, it's twice the time to do it.
Takes so long.
Compared to this one. So also more than twice the work, because this one, it can grow a little bit in the length, it's not a big issue, but this one we really want to have this perfect shape, so we need to work on it every week, every 2 weeks.
And you were telling me that you need to sometimes go out to the sea to check everything. They need to check everything to see if everything is okay.
Absolutely. So this one is Ostra regal. So you see the oyster, the muscle is much bigger already. We're gonna have stomach part, which is more concentrated with glycogen. Glycogen is the oyster sugar. When the mouth is just over there, so it's eating by here, and then it's taking all the glycogen, so the oyster sugar, into the stomach. And then you have here the filtration area, so it's called the membrane, and that's how it's going to get some oxygen by filtering the seawater. Vinegar and shallots, so you see?
And it's like this?
Yes, in a pearl. So this is made from seaweed, the pearl.
I've only
itself.
seen it with the actual sauce avec les échalotes coupées in the
But
brasserie. You know?
It's a new way to do it. It's a bit
It's a
more
new way
modern. The traditional taste with a modern twist. That's also very nice, and it brings some more texture also.
Really?
So tell me if you like it
See.
this way as well.
Allons goûter. It's the same actually as the sauce, but more
More concentrated.
More concentrated.
And also bringing a little bit of bubbles of texture.
it brings different textures, and also I like it better because usually I never have the one avec du vinaigre and échalote. I prefer the lemon, mais là c'est bon. Very good.
So, yeah.
But it's the oyster itself, the texture. J'ai jamais goûté ça. Et ça, j'en fais quoi?
This you can turn it back to the sea.
I
where
can
it's
return
coming
it back to the sea.
And now we're gonna do signature. So it's brand new oyster. It's going to be on the market for Christmas.
Wow.
And we have worked with company which is doing some cover for cognac, so they can engrave directly with gold the cover. We're gonna have an oyster which is really, really marvelous.
Wow.
Look at the size of the muscle. It's like a body. This man has been doing some CrossFit, you know.
The size of the muscle and the meat, it's beautiful.
See how deep they are. The
Yeah,
textures.
look how deep it is. And then you can see all the lines. And it took 5 years. 5 ans.
Yeah, really, and then when you look at it as well, the size of the muscle is so impressive. And also, you will have it's like a little scallop, you see?
Ça, c'est Ostra regal ou pas?
Yes, this is Ostra regal, signature by Ostra regal. So this is like the top of the top, really best oyster in the world. So this one you will see, it's salty at the beginning, and then the more you chew it, then the sweetness is releasing. And so it starts salty and super sweet.
J'ai jamais goûté un truc comme ça.
Yeah, it's really
Wow, it doesn't need lemon, it doesn't need vinegar, just by itself.
But again,
Wow.
So see, here again, if I want to go with my knife, it's almost impossible to see. I can push hard.
no.
Now I'm getting into it because I'm used to it. For the opening here, you will see it's going to be really perfect. Now, this is what we want to have. Like that's like a
That's so
laser
thick,
cut
yeah.
opening. That's what we call it. See, nothing left. Do we try with Red Bull or not? I want to try with
Wait, this is the Ostra regal.
Ostra regal signature, hein, c'est ça.
signature. This is
Signature.
very best.
Can we do the Red Bull avec one that is not a signature? So this is the Ostra regal signature. Look how thick it is. That you can see all the years of work. It took 5 years. And la chair, the meat, super, super thick.
You know how to open a Red Bull? Ok. Ouais, fais-le celui-là. On va voir ce que c'est.
Wow. Never tasted anything like this. Amazing. C'est beau.
Ouais,
Mais t'as
puis
vu ça où? Parce que moi, je consomme beaucoup d'Insta,
Le
YouTube.
réseau, ça arrête pas de tomber.
Ah ouais?
Là,
Les jeunes sont bizarres.
c'est très bizarre. Ok. How many drops? I don't know, not too much. Huh?
Not too much, voilà.
Oh, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Take it a bit out. Okay. A
Ouais.
little. Okay, let's see. Like
Voilà.
this. Okay.
Ouais.
I'll do it as well.
So it's a oyster drink, un cocktail.
Okay.
Oyster cocktail.
Oyster cocktail. Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's go. Ah, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after that amazing experience on the oyster farms and being able to see actually the job that they do and being able to taste some amazing ones, on va y aller, we're gonna leave, on va retourner sur le tracteur. Là, après d'être sur les parcs à huîtres, on est avec Sophie, il y a le tracteur jusque là.
En mer.
Bon là, cette partie elle était cool, mais c'est vrai qu'elle est un peu physique.
Oui, c'était physique. Hein.
C'est super.
Ça permettait de bien voir le métier,
Ouais.
les étapes.
Et vraiment qu'il y a tellement de travail derrière, il y a du
Exactement.
temps nécessaire.
D'autant plus d'admiration hein, pour ce métier.
Pareil.
On est au plus
On se rend-
proche du produit.
Et on se rend pas compte aussi de tout le travail derrière.
Exactement.
Et j'aimerais bien faire une journée immersion peut-être un jour.
Oui, complètement, il faut.
Ça sera intéressant.
Retourner les poches.
Voilà. Now, direction l'entrepôt, the oyster warehouse, to see what happens after we've taken the oysters out of the sea. Et là, derrière moi, behind me, ils sont en train de décharger les huîtres, which means that they discharge them. Ils les mettent dans des poches, they put them in pockets. So the pocket is actually what they use to store les huîtres. And they can put actually beaucoup d'huîtres. Et après, and then after we put them over there to store them, pour les garder. Mais c'est super intéressant. Et on voit que c'est très physique. It's super physical. So you have to be very fit.
Oyster grading.
Oyster grading.
Process.
Okay, and the aim of oyster grading is to really
Harmonize the size. When you go to a restaurant, you don't want to have in your plate one big oyster or one very small one. You want to have something homogeneous. So you will have like, with this machine, we can sort them by weight. So number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Right now you have a mix of everything, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the job of this machine is going to sort it by size. Come directly at the sea, just behind us.
Yeah.
And so the whole process is working with seawater. So here we can go to check here. It's a kind of grid which is shaking.
Wow.
All the baby shells, the little crabs as well. See?
Oh yeah, the little crabs, les
So
petits
they're
crabs.
ejecting from the process because you don't want this little boy in your plate, no?
No.
So it's going back to the sea. So many crabs which are like trying to eat some baby oysters. So they are coming into the oyster pouch and then we are just putting them back at sea.
Wow. Everything that they sort in the machine and all of the rest, the small oysters and the petits crabes, on les renvoie dans la mer. We send them back to the sea. But it's really cool. This machine, I've never seen anything like it. There are a few steps. The first step, it really gets off the things that we don't want. Les petites bébés huîtres, so it's the baby oysters. And this one, we're gonna put them directly, on va les renvoyer à la mer. We're gonna send them back to the sea. And then the machine, they continues to sort out the ones that we're gonna have to eat.
When you see the oyster which are the right side, they will be coming over.
Ah yeah, they're coming from the right side there.
This is to wash them, so you see it's removing all the dust. So you see they're entering, they have some dust.
You have high pressure water over there that's actually cleaning the oysters.
C'est la douche des huîtres, quoi. C'est ça le truc.
It's the shower of the oysters because now it's the oyster shower because there's high pressure water, de l'eau haute pression qui nettoie. Et à la fin, on se termine avec une huître comme ça. We end up with this beautiful oyster. Et celle-ci, on est d'accord qu'elle est prête à...
Ah là, tu peux la manger si tu veux, ouais.
Ok, wow.
T'as toutes les huîtres qui arrivent,
Ouais,
on les trier par taille.
oui.
Tu vois. Ici, en gros, c'est là qu'on va faire nos calibres.
0, c'est les plus grosses huîtres.
0, c'est les plus grosses. Plus le chiffre est petit, plus l'huître est grosse.
Parce que moi, on m'a dit qu'en fait, les huîtres qu'on peut tenir dans la main, c'était par rapport aux chiffres. Par exemple, les numéros 3, c'est parce qu'on pouvait en tenir 3 dans la main.
Ouais, bah c'est ça.
À l'origine.
Ouais, bah regarde, si tu regardes effectivement 0, tu peux à peine en tenir une dans ta main, tu vois.
So this is l'huître 0, the oyster number 0. C'est les plus grosses. They're the biggest oysters. Look, it fits my whole hand. The higher the number goes, le plus haut, en fait, les plus petites elles sont. The smaller they are.
Et de la 1, tu vois.
Ah ouais, là c'est
T'en
ça.
as une dans la taille d'une main, tu vois, c'est pas mal.
Ouais. This is numéro 1, number 1. So it's less big than the one that we just had. Here is the number 2, so I can have 2 in my hand compared to number 1 that took the whole hand. Et là, on a la 4. Number 4, so much smaller. What's interesting about this machine, c'est que là, en fait, on voit les chiffres. Il y a la 0, il y a la 1, il y a la 2. Et en fait, il y a des petits bacs, there are little boxes, qui voient le poids. So they really see the weight. Et qui font en fonction du poids and they divide them. So this is number 1. So huge, it's the size of my hand. Now that we have a better idea about where oysters come from and how we take them and how we transform them, la meilleure partie, the best part for all you foodies out there, c'est la dégustation, is the tasting. So we went to Brice's family home, which is super nice. He welcomed us and I opened ma première huître, my first oyster, which was really interesting to find out the technique. There's this butterfly technique, but I think I did not too bad of a job. Et puis après, regarde cette cheminée, it's so cozy, perfect for winter. Et cette table, this beautiful table avec du beurre bordier, which is another video I made, c'est du beurre délicieux. And just the cozy ambiance avec ces plateaux de huîtres fraîches with these fresh oysters on the plate. It really felt like Christmas came early. On a l'impression que c'est déjà Noël. And it was so great to talk with them about le savoir-faire des huîtres and also how he got into loving this job and why it's such a passionate job that is really interesting for new people to understand, because a lot of us don't actually know where our seafood platters come from or where the beautiful product des huîtres of oysters come from. And we discovered such a cool dish, which is les noix de Saint-Jacques au feu de la cheminée. That means scallops which are fire roasted scallops, so they're scallops cooked over an open fireplace. On met un tout petit peu de vin blanc, little bit of white wine, et voilà, c'était vraiment délicieux. And what a great cozy way to end the day before going back to the hotel, packing our things and heading back to Paris. Just got back from an exceptional day of being on the oysters and understanding what an exceptional product it is. Et merci du coup à la famille Boutret and to Brice and Sophie for letting us explore with them le savoir-faire and everything there is to l'huître, the oyster. It's really something that I think a lot of people, even French people, we don't know all of the work that's required behind, and we don't understand what a beautiful product it is and how it's made. C'était vraiment un aperçu insolite, une expérience insolite, and I'm really thankful to them. And actually what's amazing is that you can actually get the oysters ordered to Paris, and you can actually find it in certain restaurants, and I'm actually going to link down below, and you're going to see their website as well. Make sure to check them out. Regardez le lien. But if you don't know, I actually really love this region. J'adore cette région, la Bretagne. I'm super happy because last time I got to work also with another brand. And if you want to check my last video about La Bretagne and this amazing city of Saint-Malo, make sure to check this video right here. C'était vraiment un séjour that really changed my opinion, how I'm going to see the oyster. I don't think I'll ever see it the same way. I really hoped you loved the day spent together. Donc, merci beaucoup. I hope to see you soon. And if you don't want to miss any video, make sure to subscribe. Merci beaucoup et à bientôt!